The real reason you procrastinate, it's not your fault. Have you ever found yourself scrolling social media for hours instead of doing important tasks? If so, you're definitely not alone. Procrastination is something we've all struggled with at some point. But what if I told you there are psychological reasons why we procrastinate that are completely out of our control? And proven strategies to finally overcome it for good? For a long time, many people constantly put things off, even important tasks they knew needed to be done. It caused so much stress and anxiety, feeling like they were fighting against their own brain and instincts. That's when it was decided to dig deeper to understand the root causes behind procrastination from a psychological perspective. What was discovered changed everything. It was learned that procrastination is actually wired into our brains on a very basic, survival level. And once these underlying mechanisms were understood, targeted strategies could be developed to overcome them. In this video, I want to share exactly what's been learned about why procrastination feels so compelling, even for our most important goals and responsibilities. More importantly, proven techniques will be revealed that allow redirecting instincts towards success. By the end, there will be a new level of insight into why we procrastinate on a biological level. Plus, actionable strategies to apply immediately to take control of productivity and achieve goals once and for all. So let's jump in and get started on understanding and overcoming procrastination together. Segment 1. Why we procrastinate. There are a few key reasons our brains lead us to procrastinate on important tasks. First, when faced with difficult tasks, our threat response can activate even if the task itself isn't truly threatening. This triggers a flood of stress hormones that leave us feeling overwhelmed, anxious and unmotivated. It's interesting to note that our brains have not evolved much since early human times. Back then, threats were real and constant dangers like finding food or avoiding predators. So our threat response developed to either fight or flee instantly from any perceived threats. While tasks like paperwork don't threaten our lives, our brains still view them as threats on some level. This causes our motivation to shut down as stress hormones surge, making procrastination feel like the best option in the moment. Understanding that procrastination stems from our natural survival instincts can help us recognize when our threat response is kicking in, even for relatively low-stakes tasks. This awareness is key to then redirecting our energy towards taking action instead of avoiding important tasks. Segment 2. Avoiding uncertainty. Our brains are wired not just to avoid threats, but also to avoid uncertainty at all costs. However, many important tasks involve an element of uncertainty. We might fail, look silly if we get something wrong, or face criticism from others. So when presented with tasks like projects, assignments or goals with uncertain outcomes, our brains choose the path of least resistance by putting them off. This gives us the illusion of being in control by delaying facing uncomfortable feelings of uncertainty. The problem is, avoidance only exacerbates our anxiety in the long run. Uncertainty is a natural part of growth and learning. By putting tasks off, we delay feedback that could help us improve and feel more confident over time. One strategy that can help is to reframe uncertainty as a challenge rather than a threat. Reminding myself that setbacks are normal and I can learn from mistakes help me face uncertain tasks with less dread. Breaking large projects into small, manageable steps also removes a lot of ambiguity about what needs to be done next. Crossing even tiny steps off a list builds momentum and makes the project feel less uncertain overall. The key is not letting the fear of uncertainty paralyze you into inaction. With the right mindset and strategies, it no longer has to trigger procrastination. Segment 3. Poor time management exacerbates procrastination. When large projects or long-term goals feel overwhelming due to a lack of planning or structure, it becomes all too easy to lose hours to distraction and procrastination. Our brains prefer quick, easy-to-digest activities over more complex tasks that require focus and effort over time. So when we don't break projects down into smaller, more manageable steps, it's difficult for our motivation to sustain itself. Learning to schedule our time in a structured way can help overcome this hurdle. Blocking out dedicated time periods prevents tasks from looming overhead all day and causing stress and avoidance behaviors. Breaking projects into a series of small, achievable daily steps makes procrastination much harder, as each micro-goal only requires minimal effort. Crossing even small steps off a list also gives our brains the satisfaction of progress and momentum. Setting interim deadlines along the way, rather than one large final deadline, removes a lot of pressure while still keeping you accountable. This makes complex projects feel less daunting. Taking the time to properly plan each day prevents hours from slipping away due to poor time management. It provides clarity on what exactly needs to get done and when, making follow-through and consistency much more attainable. Segment 4. Effective strategies for overcoming procrastination. Now that we understand the psychological reasons behind procrastination, let's discuss some proven strategies to help overcome it. Removing distractions is key, whether that means designating a distraction-free workspace, temporarily silencing notifications, or using an app blocker. Out of sight means out of mind for tempting time wasters. Setting deadlines, even if self-imposed, activates our urgency response and helps shift our focus to completion. Asking an accountability partner to check in on your progress provides external motivation. Breaking large tasks into smaller, action-oriented steps makes procrastination much harder, as each micro-goal requires minimal effort. Crossing even tiny steps off a list builds momentum. Rewarding yourself for completing tasks also taps into our brain's reward system. Whether it's 15 minutes of relaxing or a fun activity, positive reinforcement strengthens the desired behavior over time. Productivity apps like Cold Turkey or the Pomodoro technique break work into focused intervals paired with short breaks, making complex projects feel less daunting. Most importantly, be gentle with yourself. Procrastination is deeply ingrained, so don't be too hard on yourself for slip-ups. Just refocus and keep implementing strategies consistently over time. Progress, not perfection, should be the goal. Segment 5. Overcoming procrastination is a journey. While procrastination may feel like a constant battle, having awareness of its psychological roots and implementing strategies consistently over time can help you overcome it. Be patient, as old habits die hard. Reflect on situations that typically trigger your procrastination, such as uncertainty, poor planning, or distractions. Then get proactive by anticipating these triggers and preparing your strategies in advance. Remember, you have the power to redirect instincts wired for survival, not productivity, towards success instead of avoidance. Accept that setbacks may happen, and refocus on small wins along the way. Building self-efficacy through achieving small daily goals helps shift your mindset away from seeing tasks as overwhelming threats. With practice, you can train your brain that taking consistent action better serves your long-term goals. While procrastination may never fully disappear, its grip over your productivity and progress can loosen substantially with awareness, targeted strategies, and perseverance. You have the ability to form new, better habits that serve your goals and fulfillment. I hope the insights shared have provided you with understanding and motivation that you can overcome procrastination on your journey. Remember to be patient and kind with yourself, every step counts. You've got this. We've covered a lot of ground in understanding the complex psychology behind why procrastination feels so instinctively compelling to our brains. But the most important thing to remember is that you have the power to overcome instincts wired for survival, not productivity. While old habits die hard, and setbacks may happen along the way, having awareness of the root causes and implementing strategies consistently over time can loosen procrastination's grip on your goals and fulfillment. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Every small win counts as you form new, better habits. Don't forget, uncertainty, difficult tasks, and distractions will likely always trigger that initial threat response. But just like any learned behavior, you have the ability to consciously redirect instincts towards action instead of avoidance. With practice, you can train your brain that consistent, disciplined effort better serves your long-term success. Remember that you're not alone in this journey. Procrastination is a shared human experience. So when you feel yourself struggling, reach out to your support system for accountability or encouragement. And when you see others struggling, offer kindness and understanding without judgment. Most of all, celebrate every accomplishment and milestone, no matter how small. Seeing yourself as a growing, improving person, instead of failure, will help you stay motivated along the way. You have so much wonderful potential to achieve great things. I hope the insights shared have left you feeling empowered and motivated to overcome procrastination at your own pace. You've got this. I can't wait to see all the amazing things you accomplish. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn about the psychology behind procrastination with me today. My hope is that understanding its complex roots will help you feel less alone in your struggles and more empowered to overcome it. Please remember that progress, not perfection, should be the goal as you implement strategies and form new habits. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Change happens gradually, through small daily choices over time. If you found this information helpful, I'd love for you to share it with others who also battle procrastination. You never know how your kindness and understanding could inspire and motivate someone else. Remember, you have so much wonderful potential to achieve great things. I believe in your ability to redirect instincts wired for survival into success instead of avoidance. This is just the first step in your journey, so go easy on yourself and keep taking the next right action. Support us by like, comment, share, and subscribe to Life of Psychology. Remember, you've got this. I wish you all the very best in reaching your goals and living a fulfilling life.